Hello, welcome to the Export Marketing and Preparing for the West Africa Connect trade event with By Hand Consulting. I am so happy to be with you all. I am sorry I'm not there in person. My name is Karen Gibbs, and here are some pictures of me so you can get a little sense of who I am. I have a consulting company and I've been working for more than 25 years to help enterprises around the world reach new markets. I've been coaching entrepreneurs and helping brands and buyers, mostly in the US, build long-term relationships with artisan suppliers. So I'm sorry I'm not there with you all in person, but I really look forward to working with you in this program. So I'd like to welcome you to our first coaching video. This is an introduction to the program and a review of what it means to be export ready. So first, for a little overview of this program that I will be working with you on, the goals of this program are three. One, I want to help you prepare to be successful at the West Africa Connect trade event in November of 2021. Second, I want to help you develop a clear and informed export marketing plan, or update your marketing plan if the case might be. Then I'd like to help you identify the tools and the knowledge that you need in order to build long-term relationships and sustainable sales with B2B export customers. So that's a big task that we have in working together. How are we going to do that? So we're going to do that in two ways. One is I'm going to share with you these coaching videos. I'm going to make 8 coaching videos, and each video comes with a worksheet and reference handout that I want you to complete or refer to in order to help you apply the information to your own situation. So we'll have 8 videos with worksheets, and we'll have at least one-on-one coaching session that we can do by Zoom or WhatsApp or FaceTime or whatever format works best for you, or just calling on the phone or emailing. So let's look at the topics for these videos. The first video is this one, which is an introduction to the program and a review of what it means to be export ready. The second video, I'm going to review some of the basics, the fundamentals of an export marketing strategy. And we're going to talk about target market and target customer in order to help you build a really successful strategy. The third video, we'll talk about best practices for participating in a digital trade event, like the West Africa Connect event that's being planned for November. We'll really focus on communication and sales tips. Fourth, we'll talk about an export catalog. What do you need to include in that in order to make it a really effective communication tool? 5, we'll talk about best practices in digital marketing and refer to your social media, website, and email marketing. 6, we'll talk about export distribution channels, costing, and pricing, all the detailed bits about that. 7th, we're going to talk about production planning and what are the key elements that you need to pay attention to in order to really build an effective supply chain to manage export orders. 8th, we're going to talk about export logistics. What are the licenses and the documents that you need to successfully export a shipment? And what are some of the shipping and packaging information and services you need to secure for your company? So it's a lot of information. And I hope between these coaching videos and the coaching session, I can help you invest in your export marketing plan. So let's get started. First, I want to talk a little bit about definitions. I use the term artisan enterprise. Sometimes I refer to a global handmade company. An artisan enterprise to me is a company that makes products using traditional techniques and materials, or produces in a workshop in small batch production, so not a big factory, but smaller workshop production, and or creates products primarily by hand or working with small machines. So for many of you who identify as being fashion brands, I consider you also to be an artisan enterprise, which is a great asset to you this time, because artisan enterprises are much in demand in the global marketplace. So during all of these coaching videos, when I talk about an artisan enterprise, I'm talking about you and your fashion company. An artisan enterprise could also be a home decor brand, or a souvenir brand, or a gift brand. So let's get started. Are you ready to export? This is a question that many people ask. Organizers of trade shows ask this of companies who are going to participate in their events. Buyers ask this of new suppliers that they meet. And you might even ask it of yourself as you're preparing to participate in this program. What does it mean to be export ready and meet the demands of the global marketplace? By Hand Consulting, my company, has defined these 10 standards. So we believe that an export ready company, or a company that has export experience and success, has defined their target market, has identified and understands their target customer, has created an export collection, has determined distribution costs, has established a production plan to manage their export orders, has created an export catalog and other marketing tools to communicate their offer, has obtained export license and documentation, has secured shipping services and materials, has confirmed financing and payment options, and has a designated person or team with excellent communication skills. So in our experience, this is what it means to be export ready. Far too often, artisan enterprises rush into trade shows, or they might meet a buyer, start a communication with a buyer, establish emails, maybe receive their first order. And it's only after that that they realize they haven't really prepared themselves for the global marketplace and aren't quite ready. And what happens is that relationship disintegrates. The orders don't get filled, there's not reorders. So it's really important to go through all of these standards and see how ready you are. Don't worry, not all companies are ready, but at least this review should help you identify the areas where you need to invest. So let's review them. Target market. So an export-ready company has defined your target market in terms of price, quality, volume, design, and function, and has some resources for doing ongoing market research to see where you're positioned in the market. So you're not only thinking about the geographical region that you want to sell to, but you're also thinking about where you're positioned in that market. And this will help you in identifying the right type of customer to approach, the right type of trade show to do, or the way to structure your export collection. The second is target customer. So an export-ready custom enterprise has identified your target customer by distribution and type of company, and you understand the expectations of your target customer. This is really important to understand the difference between end consumer, the final person who's going to purchase your product and enjoy it for their own personal use, and the idea of your customer. So that's who you are doing business with in the distribution chain. And we'll cover this more later. Export collection. An export-ready company has created a sellable export collection that meets the needs of your customer and has a product development plan to continually innovate and bring new products to market. And I've seen so many of your collections, and many of them seem quite ready for the global market. Distribution costs. An export-ready company understands the costs of distributing their product to the end consumer and can calculate approximately the end retail price of your product. You understand those costs involved in distribution, which costs you're responsible for, which costs your buyer is responsible for, and some of the standard markups for your distribution channel. Production plan. So an export-ready company is able to plan your production to ensure on-time delivery and consistent quality, and can calculate the time to fulfill export orders so you can achieve those goals. An export-ready company also has an export catalog that represents your full export collection and the terms for doing business with you. You might also have a website to share company information or a social media channel, and you use these as appropriate for your target customer. An export-ready company understands the export requirements of your country, as well as some of the import requirements for your target country. And you've obtained licenses and understand all the documentation, like a commercial invoice, packing list, certificate of origin certificate, that are required in order to export. An export-ready company also has the shipping services and packing materials to ensure affordable and reliable delivery of export orders. So you understand these costs and are able to present them to your buyer when you're in the process of negotiating with them. An export-ready company also has the ability to finance export orders, so be able to cover the cost of production from the time you receive an order until the time you ship an order. And you're offering payment terms like FOB, Ex Works, landed, wholesale, or retail that are appropriate for your target customer. Lastly, an export-ready company has an export team or an export salesperson who really is responsible for all of the export sales communication and has excellent customer relationship skills. They understand all the different phases of developing a relationship with a customer and are able to communicate in a timely and thorough manner. Now, don't worry if these seem overwhelming to you. That's a lot of information. I'd like you, in follow-up to this video, to review the handout of these export standards. Take a look at them, review them, decide where you feel like you are very confident and have a lot of strength. Where are the areas where you are less sure of your ability to meet these standards and might need to invest more? We have an evaluation form called Are You Ready to Export? That will help you think about how to apply these standards to your company. So I hope you can find the export standards handout, review it, and complete the evaluation form. I think this will give you a good first step in understanding where are the areas that you want to concentrate in our work together. Thank you so much for joining this first video, and I look forward to seeing you on future videos and to working with you in this program.